Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for January 27th, 2025. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, starting with this 5, there's not much to do horizontally. Would be the best thing, but no. But vertically, 5 isn't in these three, and just looking to see if there's anything other than the 5 in this column that also isn't already in the box, and the 3 pops out. So both the 5 and 3 can't be in these 3 cells, leaving these 2 cells have to accommodate both the 3 and the 5. So therefore, that's where the 3 and the 5 go. And that leaves a triple here. So this is going to be 4, 8, 9. And this can't be 4 or 9. Very nice. So that gives us the 8. And then now this can't be 9. So that's our 4 and that's our 9. All right, let's just pencil the rest of this column while we're here. We need a 2, 6, 7. This can't be 2 or 6. So this has to be our 7. And then this can't be 6, so this has to be 2, and that's 6. So the entire column finishes. And I'm going to look at this box as well, since it's down to 3 digits. We need a 4, 5, 8. The top one's not 5, but that's all I'm seeing. Okay, so now this box here, if there's anything looking up into it, oh, sorry, we do have this 3, 5 pair, so this can't be 5. So the 5 actually is placed. Oops, okay. We'll do this band in a minute. I don't think it's marking the 5 is going to be all that interesting right now. If there's anything here looking up into this box that isn't 2, 6, 5, so not 2, 6, not 2, 6, 5, then those are going to be limited within that box because this column is filled. So yeah, the 1 and the 9 go over here, and the 7 goes in here, and then we can clean up the 7 and the 1 here. So, okay, and that means that this cell here is not a whole lot of digits. In fact, it's not the 7, and so it's down to 3, 4, 8, I suppose. I don't think it's worth marking the rest of these, is it? This one probably, because it's not a 1. So we're down to 4, 8, 9. Okay. Now let's look at this band. So I took care of the 5. We now have this 2. So the 2 is one of these 2. And we have 2 6s. That places this 6. I don't think there's a follow-up on 6s, is there? No, I don't. We have quite a few 6s placed, but I'm not seeing how to continue with that. Okay, so that was 2, 5, and 6. Let's look at, we looked at this 6. Let's look at 7 and 8. So 7, oh yeah, this is, I could have seen this earlier. Oh no, we just filled this 6, never mind. So now this 7 looking in puts a 7 somewhere down here, but that's going to point saying that this can't be 7. That places 7 in the box, leaving behind 3, 4, 8. This can't be the 8, and the 3's in one of these 2 for the column, which, you know, we kind of already knew because of the 3, 5 pair, which I didn't pay attention to for some reason, for multiple times in a row. Anyway, this 8 looks in here, putting an 8 in one of these 2. And so that means these can't be 8. All right, so this is, the 8 can't be in either of these, so that places the 8 down here, giving us the 4, giving us the 9. 3, 4 pair also gave us the 9. And so we're left with a 1, 8 pair. Actually, this 8 looking in tells us that's 8, that's 1. Okay, column's nearly complete. Just have these 2 little pairs. This is going to be a triple. Let's start with that. We need a 1. Oh, I see that we need 1 and 4. So the 1 and 4 are going to go over here, and then this is whatever's left, the 9. Okay. And the 3 digits remaining here are 2, 3, 5. The only thing I'm seeing is the 2's are here. Otherwise, 3, 5 is pretty open. And should I look here? Anything that's looking into here that's not 1, 2, 3, 6. So let's just highlight all of these. Well, we don't need that. 1, 2, 3, 6 gone. 1, 2, and the 6s. We have the 7 and the 8 already marked, so we should mark the 9. Okay. So there's a 9, one of those 2. All right, now I think I'm going to move on to this next band here. Unfortunately, you know, anything looking through here or looking through here would be extremely powerful. It causes pointing. But we don't have anything like that. The closest I can actually do, and this is actually really interesting if you want to use it. I won't because I feel like this is a bit more advanced, and I don't like to force advanced stuff in these New York Times puzzles. But think about this green cell here. And I think if this is your first time encountering coloring, it can be a little bit confusing. And you'd be like, what are you talking about? So I'm going to try to do my best to explain this as if you haven't encountered this before. So in our solution, we know this digit will be a 3 or a 5. And you can look at the solution if you want, like if you've already solved it and you're watching my solve. look at your solution. This is a 3 or a 5 in our solution. That's what the center mark is telling us. Whether or not it's a 3 or a 5, it's definitely not repeating in the row. If it's a 3, the 3 doesn't repeat. If it's a 5, the 5 doesn't repeat. So we're going to shorthand say green, whatever green is, which will be in the end a 3 or a 5. We don't know what yet. Whatever green is, green does not go here in these 3 cells because it would share the same row as another green that's already there. But also, we know that green is only 3 or 5. So green is not 1, green is not 9, green is not 4, and green is not 7. So none of these cells here are green. And we're just focusing on this box here. So if none of these cells are green, then that means this cell is green or this cell is green. Because green has to go in the box somewhere. This box has 1 green digit. The 3 or the 5. Now, whichever one it ends up in, let's say it ended up here. That would mean this would be a green 3, 5. Look at this column. We end up with a 2, 3, 5 triple. In fact, we end up with a 3, 5 pair with that being a 2. It's even better. And if the green ends up here, that would be 3 or 5. We end up with a 3, 5 pair, and that ends up a 2. So in conclusion, because this digit ends up here or here, forming a 3, 5 pair with this 3, 5, this cell has to be 2. And you can also maybe continue with that, but I'm not going to use that, but I'm going to mark this purple to remind ourselves that we thought that that was going to be a 2 for that reason. And it's logically sound, so it will be, I guarantee you, but we won't use it because it's kind of a weird thing to spot, and I'm not sure exactly how I would even describe that in traditional Sudoku technique language. So yeah, probably having something to do with, I don't know, pseudocock, or it's not even a pseudocock. I'm not sure. Anyway, these ones look in, putting a 1 in one of these two. I'm just going to go through, actually, let's start with this 9. Oh, we have all our 9s. Let's use these first. So yeah, we did the 1, the 4. We have these two 4s looking in. We're doing 4 over here. We have the 7. The 7 joins the 4. It's not enough to make a triple yet. We need 3 digits for that, but we're on our way. And then the 9 we took care of already. Vertically, I missed these 9s. Let's do that. I missed these 7s. So 7's down here. So 1 doesn't do anything vertically, I don't think. And the 4 does not seem to either. Okay. Now over here, we don't need to do verticals, and we already took care of any horizontal buddies. So I'm just going to quickly go through to make sure I didn't miss anything. The 1, the 2, we got the 4, the 7, the 8, and the 9. Okay. This row is down to 4 digits, and so is this one. So let's take a look. We know we need 1, 3, 5, 6. So this can't be the 1. So this is 3, 5, 6. So you can see that this 3, 5 could end up here, but if it ended up here, then this ends up being a 6, which is very powerful. So sorry, we needed 1, 3, 5, 6. This can't be 5, so this is 1, 3, 6. Oh, it can't be 6 either. Oh, nice. Okay. This can be any of them. Now, 4 digits here, we need a 2, 3, 5, 8. This isn't 3, 2, 5, 8. This isn't 5, 2, 3, 8. Okay. Oh, this isn't 2, 3, 5, 8. This is a mess. 2, 3, 5, 8. Okay. So I might move on to the next band. Actually, let's do this column first. We need a 2, 5, 6. So 2, 5, 6. This can't be 5 or 6. How did I miss that? So that's our 2. So this is a 5, 6. Does that do anything about 2s? I mean, we know we want that to end up at 2, but actually it's not been easy to see that ends up at 2 so far. Wonder how late in the solve that's going to be. All right, let's do this last band here. So starting with the 5s. I'm going to put the 5 somewhere down here. And then the 2s. Put a 2 down here, and the 3 ends up in one of these two. Is there anything of note? Like, yeah, so I'm looking at these 3 cells as they look through here. The 3 is already in the box, but 4 and 9 could be helpful. The 4 is not, but the 9 actually does have a buddy up here, and that puts a 9 one of these two. Unfortunately, we already have that marked. Never mind. I'm ahead of myself. All right, 1, 4, 6, 9. 1, 4, 6, 9. Well, this isn't 6 or 9, so this is 1, 4 only. That does make a 1, 4 pair here. Best time to see a pair is when you mark it. If you come back later and have to try to find it, it's more difficult to scan. But 1, 4 pair, let's look at what that leaves behind. That leaves behind a 2, 3, no, yeah, 1, 4's gone. 2, 3, 5, 8. 2, 3, 5, 8. So this isn't 5, 2 or 5. So this is 3, 8. Oh, it's not 3 either. Yeah, okay, so this isn't 2, 3, or 5. And 2, 3, 5, 8 is what's left. So this has to be an 8. And now we're left with 2, 3, 5 here. Bottom one's not a 3. Oh, it's not a 2 either, of course, because there's a 2 in the box. All right. Yeah, so this is our 5. That's our 6. We get our 5 here. That gives me 3 and 5. That's 2. That's not a 5. We get our 3 here, which gives us our 2. So now purple did end up 2. That's 5. That's 4 and 3. And you can see now, with this 3 looking in, it's clear that 3 is in one of these 2 cells, which isn't helpful anymore, but it's true. So this was our green. Green ended up 3, and 3 was indeed one of these 2. In the end, we'll figure out which one, but this is a triple. We need a 3, 6, 8. That's not 6, that's not 3. I don't think I need these marked. That's a 3, 6, 8 triple. So down here, yeah, the whole column, we need a 1, 4, 7, 9. I think that's just worth marking here. 1, 4, 7, 9. So that's not 7, that's not 4, 9, that's not 1. Okay. I don't think we learned anything new from penciling that, but this row is down to 1, 4, 5, not 5, 1, 4, 6, 9. This isn't 1 or 9, so this is 4, 6. Oh, this is a pair. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 5 and 8. Oh, this 5 tells me the order. That's 5, that's 8. So that's not 8, that's not 5. 3, 8 pair. So this has to be the 5 for the row, and this has to be the 2 for the row. That places the 2 here. This is 4, 7, 8. Sorry, 4, 7, 9. 4, 6, 4, 7. Interesting. I think we just have to pencil the right things to finish this puzzle. We need a 1, 7, 8. So the 8 can only go here. That gives me the 3 and the 8, giving me the 6 and the 3, giving me the 1 and the 3 here. This is 1 or 7, but not 1. So that's 7, that's 1. We get our 4. We get our 9 and 7. That's 4 and 1. That's our 6. That's not 7, and that's not 7. What do we need here? 3, no, not 3. 4, 7, 8. 4, 7, 8. This 8 tells us that the 8 goes here, giving us the 7 and the 4. Gives us the 9 and the 4 and the 7. That's a 4. This says a 6. 1 and 9. That's 1, that's 9. Okay. Cool. Well, neat puzzle. I don't think it was very difficult. Like, this column just kind of finishes. This band does very well as well. It's very similar to yesterday, actually. But I'm glad I was able to show off this kind of coloring technique where if you have a nice holistic view of the grid and you think about things symbolically, you can often find some interesting things that actually are not that difficult to understand and grok while getting some neat deductions out of it. So anyway, that is a 2. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, then why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.